Hi guys, Tech Gaming here. I just wanted to do a fun little series. I have in front of me the Legend of Zelda Ship of Harkinian. It's a PC port of the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I think this will be fun. And this is part one. I'll split it up into multiple parts, and I believe uh, it's just going to be a casual playthrough. I don't think I'm going to be going for 100% or anything, but you never know. We'll see how it evolves. So, part one starting now. Let's go. Oh, I just wanted to mention that I do have keyboard and mouse control on this, but I will be using my PS4 controller to control the ocarina. And let's get started. So right off the bat, you've probably noticed that there has been a graphical overhaul. I did apply some mods to improve the graphical quality, the textures, and that. Also, we're running at 60 frames per second here. The normal base N64 game has a locked 20 frames per second, so we're pretty much playing this the best way we possibly can for now, until some kind of an complete remake occurs, if that ever happens. So I will kind of walk you through my thought process a little bit as I go through this. I know a lot of you have played this game already. I've probably played through it around 20 times or so throughout my life on the N64. So, um, you know, I will be mentioning certain things related to the quest that might be, might come as no surprise to many of you, but I'm just kind of walking through the process, and I'm also understanding that there may be some of you that have never played this game. So what I'm doing right now is I'm collecting 40 rupees. I have to collect 40 rupees so I could buy a shield. In order to get to the Deku Tree, I need to get a shield and a sword, otherwise that guy in the distance over here, directly ahead, will not let me pass. So I get a blue rupee for jumping all 3 of these. Or did I already get it? I must have already gotten it. Okay. She's just gonna teach me about targeting, how I can target distant enemies and speak with them. I'm sorry, distant characters or enemies. Although you don't really speak with enemies. Okay. So this is the shop where I get the shield, but I don't have enough rupees. I know there's one here. Alright. Try this one again. There it is. Alright, and I'll go up here. Walk this little catwalk here and get the blue one up here. Okay, I don't really know of any other sources. Oh, there's some in the chest over here. It's been a while for me, so it's almost like I'm learning it all again. So there's a green one. Guess that's it. Somewhere there's a chest. Might be at the other end of the map. Where is it here? No, those are just hearts. It must be over here. Yep. Okay, 35. And there it is. Let's see what's in the other chests. Cool. Alright, so now we have enough to get the shield. Go get the sword really quick. As somebody who's played through this game so many times on the Nintendo 64, this graphical overhaul and unlocked frame rate is awesome. Alright, so I just got the sword. Oops. I have tab as a key to switch between the old N64 style graphics and the new ones. So sometimes when I try to go to my menu, I accidentally hit tab. So you'll probably see a lot of that. Ooh, more rupees. And if you want to see exactly how much of a night and day difference it is between the graphic overhaul and the original, this is the original, and this is with the graphical mod. It's quite incredible. Okay, cool. So now we have our sword and our shield, so this guy here is going to let us pass. And in this corridor, we will encounter our first enemy of the game. And they will drop the first item of the game. Alright, so when we go into this tree here, this is going to start the first dungeon of the game. So this wall is covered with spiders. We do need to make it up there, but we can't at this time because those spiders will charge us and knock us down. So we will get an item fairly soon that will solve that problem. So now I have the dungeon map. It'll show me basically all rooms, even the ones I haven't been to. I think by default you could see the rooms you've been to only. These guys, if you target them and and deflect their rock with a shield, it'll bounce it back to them. So now that we have the slingshot, we can assign it to one of our item buttons here. And we can use it to knock that ladder down. And you probably have already guessed how this will be useful against those spiders on the wall. So now on the upper level, have these little openings in the web here. Each one is blocked by a Skulltula. We can kill them right now, but what I want to do first is go in here. I think this is where I get the compass. Yep. The compass will show you where the chests are. It'll show you some things that the standard map doesn't show you. So let's take a look. So it'll show you where the chest is, where the boss room is. I'm sorry, where the chests are, and where the boss room is. So let's do this one more time, because I want to get that gold Skulltula on the wall. So each time you kill one of these, you get a token, and I think there are 100 in the game. And the more you collect, the more rewards you get. We'll get into that later in the series, probably in part 2. I'll show you the first reward, most likely. But here we pull out our stick and set it on fire and use it to ignite this torch. which opens the door. Alright. So this is really just a leap of faith right here. We have to do is we have to jump off this into that spider web floor there. So Geronimo. There we go. Alright, this one is really tricky to get. I think they expect you to come back later with a different item that makes it easier to get. But usually on my playthroughs, I usually get this, it's in this jumping method. It's not easy. Kinda have to do a backflip. Let me actually try a front lunge. That might be easier. I'm gonna keep trying until I get it. Try backflip one more time. There we go. Two, three, one. We have to remember that right before the boss, we're gonna have something that needs that sequence. So sometimes in this game you'll see puzzles where you have a fire source and two or more torches that you need to light. So unlocking the puzzle will be, or resolving the puzzle would result in lighting all the torches. Or I'm sorry, lighting all the torches would result in resolving the puzzle. Alright. Here we have some spider webs blocking our way, so we can just burn it. Although we're not going to be able to get much further here because this wall requires a bomb, and we won't get a bomb until the second dungeon, so we'll just have to leave that for now. Move on to the next one. So we push this block down, which will allow us to carry a lit stick all the way to that web floor over there. Alright, and that part where I told you we'd have to remember that sequence 2, 3, 1. This is it. So 2, 3, 1. Alright, let's go fight the boss. Alright, so after defeating Queen Goma, we get a heart container, which increases our life capacity. You can see in the upper left corner, it increases it by 1. There's also heart pieces in this game. You have to collect, I think, 4 of them to equal 1 heart container. And those are scattered throughout the game. Who is the Princess of Destiny, I wonder? Okay, so we're done here in Kokiri Forest for now. Did I ever go in here? I wonder what's in here. Or I should say I forgot what's in here. Nothing but a couple pots. Alright, so now we leave the forest and embark on our voyage. We're on the Hyrule Field right now. I always skip everything this guy says. His name is Kapora Gabora. But I don't think the game really tells you that anywhere unless you use a certain item on certain other items later on. I know I'm sounding cryptic. To be specific, later you get something called a Mask of Truth, and the Mask of Truth allows you to talk to certain stones, and I think that's where you find out his name. So if you roll into a tree, you can oftentimes knock things out of it. Sometimes even gold skulltulas will fall out of it. So this is the castle, but we didn't make it in time, and the bridge is already starting to close, so we have to stick it out until morning. Fortunately, at least in my perception, the nighttime cycle is not as long as the daytime cycle. Or the nighttime part of the cycle, I should say, is not as long as the daytime part of the cycle. Of course, I could be wrong. Just after so many playthroughs of this game, it feels that way. Right in here is a great place to get some extra money. And sometimes those Skulltulas are hiding in unusual places, like in this case inside that crate. Okay, actually, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to leave Castle, because I do have to come back here at night to progress with questing. Basically, I have to wait for night so she can give me an egg, and once the egg hatches, I can use it to wake up her father, who's blocking the way. So, in the meantime, I'm going to go here to the ranch and get a bottle that I can use to hold a fairy, or spiders, or I think even fish. So I think there's a Skulltula here. Nope. You get coins though. Uh-oh. Oh. Duh. Okay. So I can't get the bottle yet because I need to first wake up Talon. So we'll just have to pass time here in the field. Most towns, the time doesn't pass, so you have to go to a field or certain areas where time can pass. This is not what that ranch is not one of them, and the castle market is not one of them. And actually, now that I think about it, I do want to be on the other side of the bridge when it starts to go up at night, so I'll just sit here and we'll wait and we'll watch the sun, and you guys can be the judge about whether or not the day is longer than the night. Okay, now that it's nighttime, Melon will give us the egg. Oh, I don't want to hear it again. I didn't want to hear it the first time. Okay, so she's not there. I might have to zone in and out. Or out and in. Okay, so she's gone, which means she should be back over here by the vines. So here we have to sneak. Can't be caught by these guards. See, there's guards here. We can't let them see us as we try to sneak into the castle. Oh, my egg hatched. Now I have a chicken. Alright. Now with him out of the way, we can move these boxes, which will make a like a platform we can use to jump through that little hole right there. Okay, so here we need to avoid the guards. Can't let them see us. Just like when we were in the meadow or whatever in front of the castle. Same thing. The Ocarina of Time. The heck? There we go. Alright, so now we can go to the ranch and get that bottle. Alright, guys, that's going to be it for part one. Let me know in the comments what's your favorite Zelda game. If you like this content, go ahead and like and subscribe. That way you don't miss that way you don't miss any upcoming future content. If you have any suggestions, if you have anything to say, or just want to say something that's on your mind, Zelda related, then go ahead and leave it in the comments. Alright, guys, peace out.